Well, commiserations today, Gary.
Yeah.
You must feel when it's going against you, it's going against you.
Yeah, you do, but at the end of the day I was pleased, even though we lack quality and we're low on confidence, John, going forward in the final third. I felt that the work rate was there, the commitment was there. You know, nothing like last week I've felt in probably the 5 years at Woking, but a good response today. Great support here, John, great support. Got behind the team, got behind me and the lads at the end of the game. They stood there at the end and applauded. They can see they're not silly, they spend their money, they know we're on a low, they know we're having a hard time, but one thing's for sure, they get behind the team and behind me and Tomo and everywhere form. And as I say, felt we were worth a draw without a doubt. Could see a draw 0-0 and I'd have been pleased with that, John, really. You know, after 86 minutes it's 0-0, you think, hello, first clean sheet or the second clean sheet in the last 12 games, you're very close to it. We haven't cleared our lines on the left hand side, the ball's worked and found itself out in a deep position on the other side. Put it in, there it is, your turn, Garry, 1-0, and that's where it is. And frustrating, John. Very, very frustrating, but upbeat myself, upbeat with the lads who've come in this week. I think that Cameron Norman and Adam Cunningham come in and fitted in well. You know, everybody at the football club is working hard and been very complimentary this week, which I'm grateful for in respect of, you know, texts and words of compliments. But you know, John, I've been in the game a long time. I don't look at myself as a person under threat from the club, thinking to myself, oh dear, if I don't win the next game or the next 2 games I could be out. Football's football, but one thing's for sure, John, under pressure, no, but self-individual pressure, yes. Purely on the grounds of I want so much for the football club, you know, and you've got to be honest. And you know, John, I've got a fair bit on my plate at the moment, as I say. I wasn't going to do the interview here this evening. I've got to rush back Southie this evening. I'm pleased to say my daughter had a little boy just over 2.5 weeks ago, and he's not been very well. He's been in hospital, so me and Diane have had a bit of a rocky old time in respect of things going on there. But you get here and you get beat, and all of a sudden you think to yourself, I want to get in that car and get away. But there's also a duty, John, where you think to yourself, hey, I've got to get out here and see you people, like I do always, with honesty, with commitment, and stand here and do an interview purely because I want to make sure that everybody at Woking Football Club knows I'm fully focused, very positive, and we will work very hard. We've got a Surrey Senior Cup game on Tuesday evening, and it don't matter who you're playing, what opposition, they'll be treated with respect. But John, that Tuesday night game can't come quick enough to try and get a good result.
And of course, Gary, I imagine it very, very frustrating, because moments before Kidderminster scored, of course, Adam Cunnington had a glorious opportunity with a header 5 yards out to put you 1-0 up. Yeah,
great opportunity. He done well today. Very pleased with the big man up top. He won a lot of balls and held the play up. We've missed that. They're hard to find, but he's come in, and Cameron Norman's coming from Norwich. Matt Robinson's coming from Luton. We worked hard, John. I've got no problem getting beat anywhere. You know, I can stand here and talk to you all day long. I haven't got a problem with the effort today or the commitment. I see the supporters there applauding the players at the end of the game. They rightly so. But them supporters, I'll tell you, you know, have got behind the team in every way and form. They know we're going through a sticky time, and as I say, that I've been at the club 5 years and we've never had a sticky time. Yes, we're having one now. There's no doubt about that. And at the end of the day, we all have to dig deep together. And hopefully they will continue to support the team. I'm sure they will do, and they believe in me and Steve Thompson. And hopefully, you know, at the end of the day, we've got to push on and get that result, that first result, in the right direction as quick as possible.
And obviously, Gary, lots of headlines this week about players being put on the list and everything else. Can you fans expect perhaps a bit more movement in and out?
Well, it's always very hard in November, John, but or any time when the window's closed. All I'm saying is that last Saturday was not acceptable for Woking Football Club, and I have to take a big responsibility for those players. And if those players, whoever those players are, it doesn't matter who you are as a player or whether you've been at the club 1 week, 1 month, 5 years, I want the football players to give their best effort. The supporters at this football club at Woking will support triers, will support effort, will support commitment. And if people don't want to give it week in, week out, John, we don't need them. We don't need them. So let somebody else have them. But my phone ain't been buzzing all week, John. In respect of people want to take all my players, I can have 3 or 4 calls, mention it to every player, which you got to do. And as I say, so John, I'm upbeat as anything. Saw red tonight, I suppose. When I get home, you know, I'll be a bit disappointed, but okay, fully focused.
Lovely, thank you very much, Gary. Have a safe journey home and our very best wishes to your grandchild.
No problem. Cheers. All the best, everyone.